Tamari, that obviously was a very physical game. Almost matched him on the boards, 57 to 53. Just what do you think kind of got away from the team in the fourth quarter there when you were within two?
We went a period there where we didn't score, and they just were pushing in transition. I think that they're an easier team to guard when we can get them in the half court set to get stops, and we just didn't match that momentum in the fourth quarter.
Cora and then John. Microphone's coming.
Sorry, I was later. Sarah, it felt like with just the way the posts were kind of matching each other, this game kind of came down to guard play. And just where do you feel like you guys came up short in that area, or maybe need to just be better moving forward?
I feel like we just weren't as efficient. We just missed some key shots that we needed, specifically layups there towards that stretch where they went on their momentum run and we just couldn't really hit anything, and those were just some key buckets we really needed. So we just need to get back to that in practice and stick to those in practice, and it'll transfer over.
Go to John with the microphone.
Tamari, could you kind of contrast and compare battling LSU and South Carolina's post players? You guys did a great job against them, defending them today and rebounding, but what's it like comparing those two?
Post playing the SEC is physical, so they're both very physical teams. I think Angel's more of a forward player, just a little bit more mobile. I think Cardoso moves really well too, but she's more of a banger. Angel knows how to get to the free throw line, and Cardoso, it's easier for her to finish over everybody given her height and her strength. I think both teams' post play is very physical.
Tess, it seems like every season just flies by, and now it's down to the final home game of the season against Texas A&M. How does the team sort of bounce back to get ready for that? And I know it's going to be a senior day for several folks again too, so you've got the emotion of that.
I think we just come in just like every day that we would, and who's our next opponent? What can we do to get better, to grow for ourselves, but also how can we get better so we can go out and win games? Yes, it probably will be an emotional game just because playing here means so much to every single one of us in this fan base and playing in front of them. And it kind of shows today how much they honestly helped us in critical situations, just feeding the floor and just being there to encourage us.
Go next to Cora and then Paige.
This is for anybody, but in the fourth quarter, I think it was after Rukia hit the free throw to cut it to one. She only got one field goal attempt after that. I know she went to the line, but just why do you feel like you guys struggled to get her looks when she's your go-to player in crunch time? Was it something else she was doing defensively, or just what did you kind of see from that?
I think we just weren't getting enough ball movement on the offensive end. Obviously, in crunch time in the fourth quarter, time's going down, the defense would tighten up a little bit. So I think we could have done a better job of just moving the ball a little bit more and still making an emphasis to get the ball inside.
Paige in the back.
There was about like a 5-minute stretch at the end of the third, beginning of the fourth, where all three of you guys kind of like banged out a few plays to keep it a 2-point game. What was working so well maybe in the transitions, or the way you guys were making your sets around the perimeter, and then obviously the post for Tamari?
I think just attacking the basket, guards getting to the basket off the dribble, or Kia getting a face-up post move, or me just inside on the block. I think just making sure that we were going downhill, and we were getting good looks, or they were fouling us and we were getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, I feel like we were just aggressive in those moments, and we just need to carry that on to every single play instead of holding back.
Cora.
Tamari, until LSU went on that run near the end to build that lead, your guys' defense really held up in that third to come back in this game. Just what were you proud of in that third quarter defensively, and how can you guys build off of that?
I think we were really locked in. In the third quarter, we were gelling really well on defense with our rotations, like helping the helper and just getting up on ball screens, making sure we go straight up. when the ball was inside on the post. So I just think that we could have carried that over better into the fourth quarter. Or I know that we should have carried that over better into the fourth.
Paige.
This one's for you, Tess. Coming off the bench and then your first possession, first touch, just drilling the three, what does that do for your confidence and just being able to add an instant spark to the team?
Yeah, you know, it definitely heightens my confidence seeing the first one go in. But just playing my role and being who I am. I'm fortunate to play with this group of girls and they get the ball to me, and once I see one go in, I just want to keep firing. But knowing how that opens up the floor inside, they have to come out. I mean, at points they were denying me. So just seeing that and being whatever I can do to play my role for this team.
Maria.
Sarah, so much of what you do does not show up in the box score. The hustle plays, the tie up on the missed free throw to get Tamari to look inside. How frustrated were you in that first half to have to sit with the 2 fouls, and then how do you sort? I mean, you came back in and picked up where you left off, but how hard is that to do?
It's very hard, just because of the specific calls that were made, and I wasn't able to be out there with my team, you know, making a direct impact, but I tried to, you know, just be on the bench, still be engaged, and that's why I was able to just go back in and, like you said, continue where I left off. So as long as I, you know, keep myself engaged, I'm good, but it is a struggle sometimes to not be able to help in, you know, the little ways.
Cora.
Sarah, Tamari's impact obviously showed up on the stat sheet today, but I thought in so many other areas she was so important in this game and keeping you guys in it. Just from your perspective, how, besides the scoring and the rebounding, just how important was what Tamari did today to keep you guys in this game?
She's always there under the rim whenever we need her, you know, on defense. And because I know I got beat on defense one time and I turn around and she's right there in my help. So that gives us confidence to be able to step up and ball pressure more on the perimeter. And, you know, she's there getting tips on rebounds. Even if she may not get it, it's still where we could possibly have a chance for it. And box outs were huge. And I know there was some that, you know, they may have gotten, but still hitting them to begin with is what matters, and I feel like she did that almost every time, giving a lot of effort.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank y'all.